Hey everybody, Salty Stark here. Today I'd like to go, now that Galagos has been locked across all the servers, I'd like to go into equipment, what you should be looking for and stuff like that, especially as Orbia. As you can see, I play in Orbia. My equipment's not the best by any means, but I at least understand the very basics to it. Um, so, let's get into it. So you have your 5 weapons. It's important to have all your weapons pretty good, because as you can see down here, you get the full stats of your one weapon in use, then your other 4 pretty much make up the rest of it. So essentially it's like having another set of weapon stats whenever, because you have 4 weapons, each one giving 25% as well as your primary weapon that you have equipped. So it's like having, essentially stats worth of 2 weapons at a time. So I personally like to focus on something like this where you have more of the attack percent, crit damage, accuracy for weapons, and then try to get the crit rate. Try to get the crit rate and the rest of the accuracy in the gear, as well as the main stats you're going to be looking for as Orbia is crit damage, attack percent. I should say attack percent number 1, crit damage number 2, crit rate number 3, but obviously you want that to be 70 or 80%, nothing more, nothing nothing more, nothing really less. Accuracy, I personally think that you should have it anywhere from 45 to 60%. Any more than that, it's kind of waste, as well as any less than that, you're not going to reliably hit stuff as Orbia. So that's pretty much how I do all my gear. And then HP's, your Marvel's going to give you HP. I really enjoy the Twisted Marsh set for it, so that's why we have it currently in. And then we currently have Narak on, but if we go into what each one does, it's a toss-up. I think for Orbia personally, the new set from the new raid that just released in NA is probably the best, just because if we take a look at what all the sets do. This one, it decreases summary damage taken in arena and battlefield. So as Orbia, you're not going to get one shot. This one's probably best for like Hina and Cleef in my opinion, because it decreases monster damage taken by 11%. So your carry's not going to get one shot. And then if I was to do order of priority, I'd say for Orbia anyways, this is probably the second best. This one's not good in my opinion. It's only 3,400 extra HP, which like isn't that much. It's not like 250 summoner defense is probably I'd rank 3 for Orbia. Then the monster, or then this one as 4, and then seal probably 5, and White Castle 6. Like, I don't think this is good at all, but that's how I'd rank the Orbia's skier. And then Kina I'd rank similarly, except for this first and this second. Your monsters as Kina are more important than you are, I think, a lot of the time, so. And then probably third, fourth, 5th, and then 6th. I just don't think that's enough HP to be viable on anyone. And then Cleef, I'd probably, this one. Honestly, the defense probably might, or in actuality, I'd say this one and then Naraka, just because you already get so much of the other 2 stats that it's kind of like this is a big boost. So I'd say Twisted Marsh for Cleef, and then our number 2 would be Waterfall, 3 would be probably Seal, 4 would be 4 would probably be Foggy, 5 would be the new raid, and then 6 would be White Shadow Castle. Good. Healing's terrible. The reason why this is 5th is because defense is going to help you a lot more than just decreasing the damage taken, but you have that much already. So it's not necessary. It's not really necessary, whereas the defense gives you at least some extra damage on your abilities. But that's how I do a tier list for the gear personally. Now let's get into how all this works, though, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions now that you're unlocking the refinement catalysts and stuff like that. So we're just gonna use this fake weapon. So let's level it up. Obviously, a quick explanation of how this works is each gear slot you get gets assigned a grade. So here we have 2 gear slots unlocked. We just unlocked the 3rd one. It's a D. Then we unlock the 4th one. And then no matter what, you're going to get a roll at 3, 6, 9, 12. So if you have a legendary piece, or if you have a, we go in order of color, if you have a rare piece of gear, you're going to get 2 extra rolls. Alright, so let's start with this one. So if we have this regular piece of gear, as you saw here, we get 1 extra roll and we hit 12. If you have rare, you'd get 2 extra rolls at 9 and 12. And then if you have hero, you'd get 3 extra rolls at 6, 9, 12. And then if you're legendary, since you already have all gear slots filled, you get the 4 extra rolls at 3, 6, 9, and 12. And you get to obviously know what you currently have. As far as this goes, as you can see here, unlike runes, this didn't increase the grade level whenever I got a slot in. And that's because the roll you're going to get is guaranteed based off of whatever the gear score is. So since this is a C, we get anywhere from the C percentage minimum to the C percentage maximum. I cannot give you those percentages because I myself do not know them, especially on a 2-star weapon. But that is how that works. So it's very important to try to have higher graded stuff. And then the reason for that is if we go look at this, we can re-roll the gear. So you have the higher graded stuff, it rolls better. The only thing that's more important than grade, I think, is if you have multiple rolls into the same thing. So if you get like a triple roll or a quad roll, you can always upgrade the grade with these refining catalysts. So if I like, basically, if I want to upgrade just this grade right here, right? I can use 1 refining catalyst and it'll refine it up. We're not going to waste refining catalysts. They're playing since they've got unlocked in NA. I only have 8, so they are very, very rare items. So, but that's essentially how that works. Is the refining catalyst will just upgrade something 1 grade level, or multiple things, and essentially, since you don't want to use 4 refining catalysts a lot of the time, you can actually lock the gear in. That's what these preservation stones are. As you can see, we lock the stat in, so nothing on this or nothing on these 3 will change. I can just show this real quick. So we have 0 preservation stones. So we click it. Everything, or we get to choose if we want to keep the stuff and stuff like that. So we're gonna keep it. Everything changed. As you can see, the C2 stayed the same. No matter what, when you roll the stats, the amount of rolls that went into the substat will stay the same, as well as the grade for that substats will stay the same. When enhancing, you can get this stuff changed whenever you're doing blacksmithing. So if we go over and look at the blacksmithing real quick. Wow, we have this weapon that we want to change because it doesn't have any crit rate, right? Or crit damage. So we go, try to get it changed. Let's see what we got. So it actually gave us the extra roll too, because it says now it's a rare, so. But man, don't those stats look bad. As you can see, now we have a B grade. Everything changed. So that's how that works. If we want, we can do it again. Go in. Just like that. Everything's changed once again. Actually, as you can see though, since we upgraded to a hero, it dropped to since we upgraded from a 2-star to a 3-star, it went from a plus 12 to a plus 9, so let's grind that back up real quick. And just like that, you know, now we have that sorted. We're gonna throw it back in here. Let's say, you know, we like the crit rate and attack percent. Now it's gonna cost 4 preservation stones. We re-roll it. Everything stays the exact same. Alright, those two, I should say those 2 slots stay the exact same, and then the 2 slots that weren't locked got re-rolled. This works for all gear. And in a future patch, they are gonna make it to where grades stay the same on items no matter what. So, like, here we'll just like these earrings right here. No matter what, when I re-roll it in the future. Currently, if I re-roll it right now, obviously it'll change. You just saw that in the last example. But in the future, when I re-roll these, the grades will stay the same. So, or whenever I blacksmith them up, the grades will stay the same. So this S1, C1, C1, C1 would all remain the same. The substats and the gear roll itself, or the substat roll itself, like how many rolls went into the substat, would still change. But as far as it goes, the grade of the gear itself will stay the same. So that's something to know. But other than that, I think that's pretty much covers everything. If I didn't miss it, or if I missed something, or you didn't quite understand something, let me know in the comment section below so I can give you further insight on how this all works. I know it's very confusing, but I hope in a live example kind of helps show everything. Thank you guys, and if you guys ever get bored, and I do stream Monday through Thursday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, so if you ever get bored, stop by, and if you guys enjoy the content, please subscribe. It's free, and it does help a lot. So thank you guys, and have a good one.